Good morning and welcome back to a Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com and mylocalradio.com. Welcome to the South Central Communications GigaFast pregame report. South Central Communications is your local 1 gig internet provider. Today's game, the winner of this one will between Monument Valley and Piute will face the Rich Rebels, who just beat Wendover. And let's take a look at those player stats from South Central Communications. Mike Alstrom with that information.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll start off with the T-Birds. With the T-Birds, we start. Jordan Kennedy leads them, number 14, with 10 points a game, 9.6 points a game. Vanessa Delgado comes in with almost 9. Allison Talbot, 6 points a game. Heidi Jensen, she only averages 5 points a game, but she is tenacious on defense. She is the workhorse out on the point. She'll push the fast break. Heidi Jensen's fun to watch. Emery Roberts averages 5 points a game. Anna Wild, and those two, Anna Wild and Emery Roberts, are going to have their hands full on the rebounds inside, working against the big girls from Monument Valley. And then Mindy Morgan averages 4 points a game.
Piute scores about 46 per game. They allow 37. They're near the top in both those categories. Very good defensively.
Absolutely. For Monument Valley, Irvianne Cly averages 12 points a game. Jamaica Nelson with 7. How do you say that one, Ryan?
Is it Bertelena?
Bertelena,
a teen.
Yep. She averages 7 points. And Kayleen Bedoni, 5 points. And Jasmine Stanley, 3 points a game.
This is a Monument Valley team that they can also score a lot. In fact, they're scoring more than anybody else in 1A on average, 62 a game. Defensively, they're not as solid, but when you can score 62, you don't have to be as good on defense. They're allowing 50 points a game, but still outscoring their opponents by almost 13. And a big part of that Piute will have to be ready for is the fast break. Irvianne Cly will get a rebound. She's a senior. She's super strong, and she's got good size for 1A basketball. She'll get a rebound, and then her two guards, Jamaica Nelson, Kaylin Bedoni, and whoever's in there at the time, will just head back. They rely on those other three players to crash the boards. Cly will get a board and just chuck it, baseball pass, and she's strong enough to go 3/4 of the court, so they get a lot of fast break buckets that way.
I was talking to Coach Westwood before the game, and he actually made that comment. He said that, hey, we have to get back on defense. We can't crash the boards. He felt like Valley last night in that game. They tried to out-rebound him instead of getting back and playing defense, and he felt like that really hurt Valley last night. So he is aware of that, and that's an adjustment he's going to try and make. So it'll be interesting to see how Coach Westwood coaches that.
It's a tough task. This is a Monument Valley team that we talked about, Irvianne Cly and her physicality, and there's other players that are real physical inside, and Jasmine Stanley, Bertelina, it's a teen. This is a Cougars team with a lot of physicality inside, and they don't allow a lot of offensive rebounds.
Absolutely. Should be a good matchup. This has been the South Central Communications GigaFast pregame report brought to you by South Central Communications. Get a gig and get going.
We want to thank our sponsors. You mentioned South Central Communications. We got so many fine sponsors that make it possible for us to bring you these broadcasts. It's fantastic.
Absolutely. We have a lot of sponsors. We'll be reading through the game from the Piute area. And we couldn't bring these games to you folks without these sponsors. So stop in, thank them, let them know that their support is appreciated.
Starting for the visiting Piute T-Birds, Allison Talbot, number 1, Heidi Jensen, number 2, 14, Jordan Kennedy, 20, Vanessa Delgado, 30, Anna Wild, and for Monument Valley, number 10, Kaylin Bedoni, number 11, Jamaica Nelson, 25, Irvianne Cly, 40, Bertelina Ateen, and 50, Jasmine Stanley. It'll be Cly against... Is that Delgado for the tip? No, Jordan Kennedy. Kennedy listed at 5'10". We don't have height listings for Monument Valley, but Cly has Kennedy by a couple of inches, so I'd say she's about 6 foot.
I would think so. Pretty good estimate.
Monument Valley, the designated visiting team, and this one is the higher seed. Piute, number 2 from Region 20. And, boy, Kennedy got up there quick and wins the tip for Piute. Monument Valley sets up in a zone defense. Jensen left wing. Piute, long skip pass. Talbot, skip it right back. And Jensen, or Delgado rather, little shuffle of the feet, travels. Possessions will be important for Piute here. I think Monument Valley can hit the deep ball, and we talked about those fast break points. Piute's going to have to be efficient. Of course, Monument Valley turns it over.
Well, they're trying to work that inside to Cly.
See those players on the court. Anna Wild about the same size as some of those Monument Valley players, but the Cougars definitely have the size advantage. Delgado left side to Jensen, the junior, back up to Delgado, the senior. Piute showing some patience early on here, and in the lane, another travel.
You know, and I don't know that I saw much there. She kind of caught and pivoted, but official has a better view down there. 2 early turnovers for the T-Birds.
Jamaica Nelson on the left wing. Kaylin Bedoni has it, goes inside. Cly backing in. Nice spin move and up with the left hand and in. Cly is so good inside. Cly had 18 points in the win yesterday over Valley. Between she and Jamaica Nelson, that was most of their points. They scored 36 of the team's 53.
Nice assist down low. Put back up and in by Kennedy.
Jordan Kennedy ties things up at 2. Early in the first quarter, Bedoni dribbles right, down to the baseline, stopped there, bounces inside. Cly backing in again. You see the strength, and she just gets where she wants and puts it in. That's some interesting, just good post play from Cly. Just knowing she's got the strength, and she just backs in right to where she wants to be.
And you know, it's always interesting to me because the officials talk about displacement all the time, but when you're backing someone in like that, that is definitely displacement.
Right. Great dish inside. Anna Wild finishes down on the right block. Wild has 2, and Piute ties it up at 2. We mentioned that Monument Valley scores a ton of points. They're averaging 62 a game. Defensively, they're not the best. 20th in 1A Utah girls. That's 20th out of 22 or 24 teams.
Nice slash down the lane. Jamaica Nelson.
She did a bunch of that last night against Valley in the win. Had 18 points. Averages 7.1 per game. I got to wonder if some of these scoring averages aren't complete, though, for teams like Monument Valley. They're averaging 62 a game. Their leading scorer, Irving and Cly, at 12.
Yeah, it doesn't. The score doesn't add up. We read through those GigaFast South Central pregame stats. It's like that's not 64 points from the starters.
Dangerous entry pass, and Stanley steals it away from Monument Valley. Jasmine, good position defensively to take that away. Cly trying to post up, and you watch her down in there, some displacement more, as you were talking about, just in fighting for position.
You know, in that time coming around, Kennedy, actually, then that's really the only defense Kennedy's going to have is you can't let Cly get the ball. Right. You've got to either three-quarter or full front her to not let her get the ball. When you're playing that bigger defense or that bigger post player, undersized, you can't let him get the ball.
Kennedy in the lane turns and runs into Bertolina Attain. Jump ball. Possession arrow will keep it on Piute's end. 6-4, Monument Valley leads. 4:50 left in the first. You played post in high school, didn't you?
I did, but I was not big, not a big man, but big. So I mean, that was the only thing I could do against 6'5", 6'6". You got to deny the entry pass. Taken away.
Inbound pass. Piute with 4 early turnovers. Cly trying to take it to the hoop. Spins again in the lane. Misses with the left. Gets her own board. Back up. Misses that.
Looked like it went off Wild out of bounds, but it must have gone off Attain.
4:38 left in the first, and Monument Valley on top, 6-4. I think this is going to be a very good game. Piute, one of the better offensive or defensive teams in 1A. Monument Valley, the top offensive team in 1A as far as points per game goes. Piute, no slouch offensively either. 7th in the state at 46 points per game. Long pass across the top.
Another turnover for the T-Birds. 5, and we're not even halfway through the first quarter.
Coach Westwood's got to be pulling his hair out. This Coach Westwood does have hair to pull out.
Yeah.
The old Coach Westwood did not. Coach, of course, Holly, and is it Tim?
Yes.
Wade was coach previously for 13, 15 years for Piute. Monument Valley turns it over. Left corner
Jensen for three.
Oh, pretty shots. Jensen swishes it home, and Piute has its first lead of the game, 7-6. Top of the key. Stanley inside to Clyde. That's one she'll finish every time, and she has 6.
And they're wild, or not wild, but Kennedy just did not have that three-quarter. I can't say that enough. You cannot let Clyde get the ball down there. Just Piute has no answer for that.
Down in the middle, high floater. Nope. And Monument Valley had it, poked away by Piute. That'll go Monument Valley. And it's a tough battle because you know Clyde is fighting to prevent that three-quarter defense or that full front. She's trying to seal that defender back, and she's been successful at it so far.
You know, and so Coach Westwood pulls out Kennedy and puts in Emery Roberts, hoping to match size with size. And Emery is a good post player, so it'll be interesting to see that adjustment.
Roberts, 6 foot, a senior.
Clyde banks it in from the foul line.
Clyde starting strong, has 10 points already. A drive, and the layup is good by Vanessa Delgado on the right side. I said 10, Clyde has 8. I noticed you looking at me.
You had to look at my stats. I'm like, trying to figure that out.
Jamaica Nelson drives, and she's bumped. Will go earn a trip to the line. Nelson quick off the dribble, and does something that you don't see a lot from girls basketball players is attack.
Yeah.
She gets the ball, and she's looking to attack, not looking to who am I going to pass it to. She attacks. Lob in, Clyde, quick shot, a little bit short, and a foul on the rebound.
Good job by Talbot. Had inside position, backed up, made the contact, and drew the foul.
Tanisha Cowboy picks up her first personal foul. 10-9, tight one early on. Delgado averages 8 points a game. Had 4 yesterday in the win over Tinnick. Not much of a contest, 59-24, the Piute victory.
I think Talbot got away with a double dribble there. She picked up her, and maybe it was tipped.
Jensen with it out high. Monument Valley in a man-to-man. Off to the left side, Delgado, a senior. 2 points so far, averages 8 per game. To Jensen. Free pass. That may be good. It didn't get it in there. Clyde might have taken it away.
Absolutely.
So kicked away, and Piute will inbound from their own baseline. Nice bounce pass, finds Talbot through traffic. But Piute has to work it back outside. Free throw line, Roberts. That shot blocked, but rebound chased down by Anna Wild.
Update on the score out of the other high school. Valley commanding 16-point lead over Tintic.
Talbot for 3 from the left wing, puts Piute back on top. That's 2 triples in the first quarter for Piute. Monument Valley across the timeline. Badoni up top, looking for Nelson, and it was not deflected. Monument Valley, we've talked about Piute's 5 turnovers, the Cougars with 4 early turnovers.
Piute only with 24 three-point baskets on the season, so I don't usually expect to see them shooting a ton, but early on that's paying off for the T-Birds.
Good ball movement, yields an open look from the right angle, and then Heidi Jensen hits it.
That was a great move by Jensen. She got the ball on the baseline, and the shot was not there. Then the opportunity, she dribbles 1 step left and puts it in from 10 feet.
14-10, Monument Valley trails Piute. 1:09 left in the first on this Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A Basketball on live.ksl.com.
At Jensen Wood Motor, it's our goal to make sure every customer is a repeat customer. The way we do that, our customers are our friends.
It's our job to help you find what you're looking for at the best possible price. It's always good to know that your salesman is working for you.
We understand that life happens. Sometimes credit isn't perfect. We work hard to find financing options that work best for you.
Stop by today and let's see what we can do for you. Jensen Wood Motors in Montpelier, Idaho.
Back on a Utah 1A Basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com.
Hey, State Bank of Southern Utah is proud to present the state championship basketball tournament. For your banking needs, visit sbsu.com. Branch manager in Piute. And I just had a brain freeze, Ryan. Holy smokes.
Nelson looks to attack. Cut off, kicks it back outside. Clyde fires inside. Nelson fouled on the shot. Vanessa Delgado commits her first.
Rick Blackwell is the branch manager in Piute.
Rick's maybe at home going.
He's like, well, he's probably here, but if he's not, he's like, really? You've known me for 35 years.
Alstrom.
Pick up your game.
Nelson misses the first free throw.
This free throw is brought to you by Quality in Richfield. If you're coming to the state tournament, make Quality in Richfield your home away from home.
Their hot breakfast in the morning, Mike, makes such a difference to me over a continental Danish and bowl of cereal.
Absolutely.
Quality in is great. Delgado all the way through the defense, slices for the two.
Coast to coast.
Piute on top by 6. Nelson, hot pass inside.
Another turnover taken away by Jensen. 3-on-2. Wild trails up the glass for 2.
18-10. Anna Wild with the bucket. And you see the teamwork, Piute, the fundamentals, knowing where each other's going to be, like running that fast break, filling those lanes, and Wild gets the bucket. On the right wing, Cowboy. Couple of dribbles, looking to get it into Clyde, but they're double teaming to prevent the entry pass. Badoni, Nelson, and she'll have to get it, won't get it off in time.
Great defensive set by the T-Birds.
18-10 at the end of the first quarter. Piute on top by 8 on this 1A Utah basketball, presented by Utah High School Sportscast on live.ksl.com.
From dents to scratches, auto service, paint, and detailing, give Joe a call today for any of your auto body needs. Joe Dalton Auto Body in Circleville, 435-577-2442. Wishing Region 20 team success.
It's that time of year again for high school state tournament basketball. This week, the Sevier Valley Center will host the 1A girls and boys state tournament.
Junction-Town is your ATV destination, located in the middle of the Piute ATV trail system with the beautiful Beaver Mountains to the west and the Monroe Mountains to the east, and world-class trout fishing just minutes away. Wishing the T-Birds success. Marysville Town, your ATV headquarters to the Piute ATV trail system. Marysville Town and their elected officials would like to wish the T-Birds success in the postseason.
Nowers Construction, a fully licensed general contractor. Call Kyle Nowers today for all of your construction needs. 435-619-3426.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center and Utah 1A basketball on KSL and mylocalradio.com. Piute on top by 8 to start second quarter action. And Mike, you noticed something that's made a big difference. Clyde fires the 3 and hits from downtown RVN.
So that's just what you're going to refer to. They bring in Emery Roberts, and she's held Clyde, able to hold her position on that low block. So Clyde just steps out to the 3-point line and drains a 3.
Entry pass, Monument Valley, or Piute trying to get it in there, deflected away out of bounds. So that's made a big difference. Roberts at 6 foot has the height to contest better with RVN Clyde down inside, and that slowed Clyde down a lot and shut down Monument Valley's offense. Nelson across the lane and hustling back to take it away, Vanessa Delgado. She's quick.
Wild down to Roberts. Left-handed over the top, rebound Monument Valley.
Good hesitation by Roberts to get that open look, just couldn't quite finish it. Clyde on the right wing. Badoni, or no, that's Jamaica Nelson. Floater from the free throw line, good. Jamaica has 4.
5 unanswered points to start this second period.
Delgado, left wing Talbot. Spreading things out. They're trying to go high-low on the posts with Wild and Roberts. Wild at about the free throw line. Roberts down low. They get it to Wild, and she'll turn. Not contested. Shoots the free throw line jumper, but misses the rebound out to Monument Valley.
Garcane Energy Proud to help sponsor the 1A State Championship Basketball Tournament. Garcane Energy, a Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Nelson across the timeline. No, that's Bedoni. Right side, Cowboy. Piute in a man-to-man defense, not extending too far out there. And for now, Monument Valley content to be clear out there. Cly on the right wing. Give and go. Back to Cly, free throw line. Puts one up through a lot of contact. Monument Valley fans wanted a foul, didn't get it.
Yeah, Kennedy bodied up there.
Delgado pushes up court, lost it for a moment. Got it back, left wing three, Talbot, no, over the top, and the rebound, Cly. And you see how quickly Monument or Valley Piute gets players back to prevent the fast break. Nelson attacks, slices through the defense, misses with the right, rebound tipped up, and Delgado has it. Nelson fouls her from behind, trying to get it back.
That takeaway by the T-Birds brought to you by South Central Communications, the area's fastest broadband internet. Check them out at sosan.com.
It's a bit of an advantage for like Piute playing Monument Valley on day 2 of state because they were able to watch and see some of what Monument Valley did in game yesterday against Valley. Wild from the free throw line, misses. Cly with the rebound. Cougars trying to push. Bedoni puts one up, looked a bit wild, almost got it to go. Rebound out off of Piute.
Coach Westwood's like, grab the ball, don't swat it, just grab the ball. It was right there in front. So easy to say, hard to do.
2 hands. Inbound to Nelson, starts right, goes back to her left, floats it and hits it. She knew that was going, that was like a Steph Curry. She started to head up court. It almost didn't fall through.
7 unanswered points by Monument Valley to start this second quarter.
Jamaica Nelson with that last bucket, and now she comes up with a loose ball. Piute with 7 turnovers through the first quarter and almost half. Cowboy on the right wing, gives to Bedoni. Nelson, Stanley open for the long 2 on the left wing. Nope. Wild the rebound, and now a push for Piute. Delgado coast to coast in the finish. Vanessa with 6. That ends that 7-0 run.
And there's that half-court pass trying to get it down low, and just goes over the head of Cly, out of bounds. Another turnover by Monument Valley.
And that's 7 turnovers for the Cougars as well. Both teams being a little careless with the basketball. I guess that evens out if they've each got 7. Delgado with it. Picked up the dribble and gives to Cassidy Westwood, who's in the game. Westwood drives, can't quite finish. Cly with the rebound with the outlet pass. Thrown away. Piute takes it back. Free throw line, Wild, back outside. Jensen and Delgado travels. I would wager that Piute doesn't get called for 3 travels in an entire game on a normal basis. That's 3 already today.
Yeah, that's... And the official's seeing something there, you know, it's just something he's seeing, and Delgado has to make an adjustment there.
Exactly. Cowboy on the right wing. It's a 3-point lead for Piute. Monument Valley started this second quarter on a 7-0 run, and they've outscored Piute 7-2.
The shot's kind of blocked and lobbed down in, or maybe that was a pass. It looked like a shot. Cly.
I think it was Bertilda Goodshield who passed that, lobbed it in there, and that was a precision lob pass to drop it into Cly. Irvian at the line. This will be the first free throws for her today. Misses the front end.
Free throws brought to you by South Central Communications, the area's fastest high-speed internet.
Cly has 11, make it 12 as she hits the second free throw. Monument Valley within 2, 20-18.
Piute on a 5.5-minute drought, 4.5-minute drought. Oh, they did score those 2 points by Delgado, sorry.
Wild at the free throw line. Great high-low and all alone for the finish. Mindy Morgan. Oh, no, Jordan Kennedy.
Textbook way to break that zone. Pound it into the high post and drop it down to the low.
Stanley, good shield shoots. She misses, but she's fouled.
So Kennedy there, she's trying her best to three-quarter or to full front Clyde, and Clyde just not giving ground, and she's called for the foul.
And then, yeah, Kennedy picks up her second foul. A team checks back in. Piute leads by 4, 22-18, 3:01 left, second quarter. In the quarterfinals, the winner will face Rich, which beat Wendover earlier today. Clyde underneath, and she's fouled by Roberts on the shot. That's a good foul by Roberts. It prevents the basket, and she made sure that Clyde couldn't get the N1.
Yeah, and Clyde was 1 of 2 from the foul line on her last trip.
Back iron, no good. Clyde's second, also back iron, no good, and the rebound.
So a very good foul by Emery Roberts, because Clyde doesn't miss that little 5-foot layup.
Delgado right wing. To the top of the key, working around, looking the high-low again. This time Clyde stuffs that back out, but Delgado comes up with it and takes it all the way to the hoop. Vanessa has 8.
And I think all 4 of her baskets have been on either a fast break layup or slashing to the basket. Delgado doing a very good job attacking the rim and getting those layups.
And her quickness is causing some issues. Monument Valley doesn't have anybody who can really stay in front of her when she wants to drive. Offensive board by the Cougars. Cowboy bounces inside. Clyde double team, tries to fight through it, but again, good defense. Ball loose and a whistle, as 3 bodies end up on the floor.
And that's a tough break for Cowboy. All 3 of those players just diving for the ball. I don't know how you choose who to call for the foul on that one.
Well, this official from this side saw something, and he came in immediately and called the foul on her. The angle gave him a perspective that we didn't see. 24-18, Piute with the lead in the second quarter, and we'll be right back with more of Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock, stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
There's nothing quite like getting your prescription filled where the employees know you and you know them. We have the time to help you make informed decisions. Personalization that a mail-order pharmacy can't provide. At Panguitch Drug, we believe that friendly, fast service is most important. The Piute County Chamber of Commerce welcomes you to the greatest playground in central Utah. Many recreation opportunities are found with horseback riding, hiking, rock hounding, river rafting, and of course ATVing. Come and enjoy Piute County. Go T-Birds!
24-18, we're back on a Utah High School basketball on KSL and mylocalradio.com. Piute on top by 6. Vanessa Delgado with 8.
This is a Southern Utah University presentation of 1A Championship Basketball. Learn more at suu.edu.
Wild missed short. Piute got the offensive rebound, but then the rebound tipped and out of bounds last touch by Piute. Jamaica Nelson back in. We've also got Skylar Bedoni checking in for the first time. Skylar, a senior. Bertilda Goodshield on the floor. Ball squirts loose and out of bounds off Piute.
Caitlin Bedoni goes off the floor with the trainers with a serious limp. Did you see what happened?
It was on that little scrum play.
Okay.
Yeah, and she came up limping a little bit, and then it didn't look like much, but I think at least precaution to send her off to the trainer's table.
Wild's going to be called for the foul.
And will that put I think it will put Bertolina Ateen at the free throw line.
Also, Cly is at the trainer's table, and they're looking at her left hand. So, I don't know if she's got a cut on her left hand, is how they're acting over there, and then that's a tough scrum.
Yeah, that would be best case scenario if it's just something they can put a bandage or a wrap on for Cly. Ateen missed the first, hits the second, and it's a 5-point game. Piute on top with 1.5 minutes left in the first half.
Looks like something possibly on her wrist, so that should be able to be bandaged up and get her back in the game for Monument Valley.
That's a couple of players that Monument Valley really needs in Cly and Bodoni. Talbot up top, picks up the dribble, in a little trouble, but gets it away to Jensen. Piute opened the season with a 25-20 loss against the Rich Rebels. Their defense has been very good.
Oh, nice pass from Wild down to Mindy Morgan.
Great ball movement by Piute.
You know, that's so, Mindy Morgan cuts opposite of that play, slashes to the basket without the ball, and that's something you do not see a lot of so many times on the break, and a foul by Nelson.
And that was sprung by just a poor pass inside. Monument Valley lobbing it in for the post player and just gave it right to Anna Wild. Monument Valley with 9 turnovers in the game. So Heidi Jensen, who has 5 points in the game, attempting her first free throws today. And the first one rims out.
Hey, Ryan, these free throws brought to you by Blood's Custom Meat. Travis Blood can take care of all your meat processing needs. From custom cut beef to wild game, give Travis a call. Also, Butch Cassidy's Hideout for a good home-cooked meal and clean, comfortable room. Make Butch Cassidy's Hideout your home away from home.
Jensen hit the second after missing the first, and Piute leads by 8, 27-19. Skylar Bodoni, right side, over to Goodshield. Down in the right corner. Cowboy looking inside and gets it in there. The quick shot by Bertolina Ateen. Her first field goal. Has 3 points with a free throw as well. Final shot of the first half likely coming. Delgado drives, dishes into the middle. A hot pass intended for Wild, too hot. Piute had taken care of it pretty well here in the second, other than that turnover. 5.3, Monument Valley will try to put something together. A lob in. Jamaica Nelson has it poked away. It's on the floor, out of bounds with .4.
That is heads up by Cowboy. She's on the ground, can't do anything with it, so she just bounces it off Talbot. Talbot's sitting out of bounds. What's out of bounds off Talbot?
Inbound, Jamaica Nelson turns, shoots, and just misses, too strong off the window. At the half, it's Piute 27, Monument Valley 21. We'll take a quick break and be back with your Southern Utah University halftime report on 1A Utah basketball on live.ksl.com and mylocalradio.com.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PetMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality veterinary grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PetMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PetMinerals.com.
Piute Farm Bureau would like to wish the T-Birds success in the postseason. They work for those who work to feed the world. To get involved, contact your local Farm Bureau representative.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today. Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Our Richfield Hotel, located just off Interstate 70, is a short drive from attractions like the Big Rock Candy Mountain, Fremont Indian State Park, Fish Lake National Forest, the Great Western Trail, and the Piute ATV Trail. Located near the Sevier Valley Center, make the Quality Inn Richfield your home for the tournaments.
When you have your vehicle serviced by the experienced, certified technicians at Rocky Mountain Yeti, you'll have a legendary experience. With a comfortable customer waiting area, you can watch the big screen television or use the free Wi-Fi while you enjoy free hot waffles with ice cream. Our professional technicians work on all makes and models and handle everything from routine service to major repair. Stop in today, 100 Wasatch Road, Evanston. Visit www.yetiauto.group. Rocky Mountain Yeti, legend driven.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, cereals, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
Starting your own business or just wanting to expand? State Bank of Southern Utah can get you a loan designed to help your business reach its goals. With State Bank, you can be assured that you have a lending partner that will stand by you in good times and bad. Come visit our branch today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Utah 1A basketball on KSL and mylocalradio.com. It's at the half, and the halftime report is presented by Southern Utah University. SUU to everywhere. Learn more at suu.edu. At the half, it's Piute on top of Monument Valley 27-21. Piute's been very balanced. 6 different players have points in this game. Vanessa Delgado leads the way with 8, and they've been impressive offensively.
Absolutely, it's been, and Irving and Cly had 8 points in the first quarter, and then Paiute's made the defensive adjustment. Cly did step out, hit that 1-3, but then she went 1 of 4 from the foul line. So it was a good defensive adjustment by the T-Birds there. Jamaica Nelson has 6 points, and you're going to have to say that one for me, Ryan. Bertolina, a teen, has 3. As a team, 2 of 8 from the foul line for Monument Valley. That's tough to win when you're shooting 25% from the foul line.
Yeah, and in a game that may be decided by 8 or 10 points, I mean, if you do some quick math, if they've shot 5 of 8, that's 63%. That's decent for a high school basketball team. They're within 4 instead of down by 6, or within 3 instead of down by 6. So free throws may play a big part of this game. Jamaica Nelson had 6 in the first half, and a team 3. Just 3 players have scored for Monument Valley, where Piute has 6 different players, including the 8 from Delgado, 6 from Heidi Jensen, 4 for Anna Wild and Jordan Kennedy apiece, and then Allison Talbot with 3. Piute looking pretty solid, and it's the one thing that stands out to me is their fundamental running lanes, knowing where each other's going to be as they run plays, and just good disciplined basketball from T-Birds so far.
Yeah, it's fun to watch that guard line of the T-Birds. They run the floor very well with Talbot and Jensen, and who am I missing? Delgado, that's the one. They really do run the floor well, and they fill those lanes well. They're fun to watch.
This halftime report is presented by Southern Utah University. Visit suu.edu, SUU to everywhere. You won't find a more beautiful campus. And this time of year, when some other places you're still dealing with winter, you start to get spring in Cedar City. And it's I remember just loving that when I was going to college there, going to the university in Southern Utah in Cedar City. suu.edu. We'll be right back with second half action on Utah 1A basketball on KSL and mylocalradio.com.
If you are buying or refinancing a home, did you know you can request your own title company? Keep business local and request security title for all your title, closing, and escrow needs. Travis and Hillary wish all team success in the postseason tournaments.
Shed Inc., located at 44 North Main in Panguitch, Randy and Matt will take care of all of your screen printing needs. Need some extra cash? They'll buy those shed antlers you've been looking to sell. Call Shed Inc. today. Go Cats!
Buffering sucks. Stop watching your favorite internet shows 30 seconds at a time. Get super fast 1 gigabyte speed now. South Central Communications is invested in you and building for the future. Get there faster with the best internet experience at a price no one can beat. Upgrade to 1 gig internet and enjoy smooth streaming on every device in your home. Enhance your internet experience today. South Central Communications is delivering the most advanced fiber internet to every home and business.
The classes.
When you hit the bullseye playing darts, it's a great thing. When a rock hits your windshield and creates a bullseye, it's a bad thing. A small bullseye in your windshield can grow into a monster crack that covers the whole window. T-Bar Body Shop in Evanston fixes rock chips. If the rock chip in your windshield has already grown into a giant crack, T-Bar Body Shop can fix that too. When it comes to window repair or replacement, make sure you always hit the bullseye. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call us today, 789-2639.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
If you show any weakness at all, they're going to find a way to exploit it. You have to keep your game face on all the time. That's the best advice I can give about being a parent.
Hang on, guys. Dad's still shooting a commercial. Hey.
Welcome back to the second half of Utah 1A High School Sportscast production, Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com. For the second half, Piute leads Monument Valley 27-21, and Piute has the basketball to start third quarter action. Our halftime report was brought to you by Southern Utah University. Visit suu.edu, SUU to everywhere.
You know, Ryan, you'll notice, or you folks may notice at home, Kaylin Bedoni is not on the floor, and the way she walked out after the half, it does not appear that she'll be back on the floor. Severe limp, and that's a big blow for Monument Valley. We hope she's okay in the long run. But
she averages 5-6 points a game, and a big part, she's the point guard. That's a tough position to lose to injury during a game.
Yeah, nobody goes into a game thinking, oh, you know, we lose our starting point guard, we're okay.
That's right.
Wild at the high post, kicks it back out to Delgado. Fakes, spins.
Gets it off, down in the block, looking for Kennedy. Ball, squirts through a couple of players. Nelson had it, couldn't grab it.
Lucky break for the T-Birds to get that one back.
Left wing, Jensen. And the patience of this Piute offense and the players, that's just good discipline. And as just I say that, they turn it over. But that was a minute possession. They didn't take a shot. Not exactly what they wanted, but again, that patience can lead to efficient baskets. Ooh, nice shot from the left wing. Jasmine Stanley with her first bucket of the game.
That was a long 18-footer left wing.
Piute, 3 guards out, and then the high-low posts. Kennedy up top, Wild, now they go double high post. And Kennedy gets it down on the right side, finishes on the right side. Monument Valley, without Bedoni in there, almost didn't know who to inbound the ball to, and then they throw it away. And you see immediately the cost of not having your point guard.
Oh, nice fake right by Delgado and puts it up for 2.
31-23. Jamaica Nelson will have to become the point guard, and she throws one to her bench. Coach Terry James, I think, asking for a timeout as Monument Valley has 3 third-quarter turnovers. 31-23, Piute on top. We'll be right back with more third-quarter action on this Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com.
It's that time of year again for high school state tournament basketball. This week, the Sevier Valley Center will host the 1A girls and boys state tournament. These games will be live on KTTA 8.1 over-the-air TV and also online at live.ksl.com. Get tuned in and enjoy some great basketball action.
(31-23) Piute with the lead on this Utah 1A basketball on KSL and mylocalradio.com. Cowboy checks into the game. A teen will get a breather. And Monument Valley starting point guard Kaylin Bedoni on the sideline with a looked like it's a twisted left ankle. I guess we shouldn't speculate, but
that's what they looked like. They taped it up, put some kind of brace on it.
Kennedy misses from the free throw line, but an offensive board and a putback. Anna Wild with 6 in the game. Piute out to a 10-point lead. And this press may give Monument Valley a ton of fits. It's already caused some issues.
Another turnover.
Talbot, bounce across the lane, and Wild had a wide open layup. That's like a receiver coming across the middle. Looks away for the touchdown before he has the pass in his hands.
Just could not find the handle. It rolled around in her hands.
She had an open hoop and was, I think, looking for the 2 points before she had control of the ball. Good break of the press this time. Bounce across the lane, poked away by Kennedy, and Monument Valley maintains possession. Ooh, good entry pass by Nelson to Clyde.
That's the situation. A bounce pass gets there. Any other pass does not make it through the defense.
Wild at the line. Clyde reaches in. Irvian picks up her first, I believe. Second personal?
Nope, first.
Our producer, Elizabeth, is it still Ahlstrom?
It better still be Ahlstrom.
She does a great job. We thanks for your work, Elizabeth.
Put back up by Wild, and Kennedy and one.
The offensive rebounds, and Kennedy has a chance for the three-point play. She would have 9 if she completes it. This Monument Valley team normally does not give up a lot of offensive rebounds, but the height of Kennedy, plus with Anna Wild, and then Roberts coming off the bench, Piute has the height to contest with Monument Valley inside.
This free throw room brought to you by Bryce Canyon Half Marathon. 13.1 miles of fun run through Bryce Canyon on the second Saturday in July. Register today and save at BryceCanyonHalfMarathon.com.
Kennedy hits the free throw, the three-point play the old-fashioned way, and Piute up by 11. Up ahead to Clyde. She'll lob it underneath. Quick handoff. Nice little extra dish for Bertolina Atine, and she finishes. Monument Valley needs some stops, and as we talked about earlier, Mike, that's not been their strength this season. They're 20th in 1A girls in defense points allowed at 50 a game.
Fouls on Clyde. That is her second.
You got Clyde with 2, Cowboy with 2, Nelson with 1. There haven't been a lot of fouls in this game.
Piute yet to get called for a foul in the second half.
Kennedy at the line, shooting 2, hits the first. She has 10 points in the game. 6 of those here in the third quarter. 10-point lead for Piute. Kennedy's second free throw, good. She's got her routine. She sticks with it well, and it works for her.
I was just going to comment on that. She brings that ball high, and then she takes like 3 steps with her feet back and forth.
Clyde penetrates, blocked. Block, a foul with the body by Jordan Kennedy, and that'll be Jordan's third. That may be costly for Piute.
Yeah, Jordan Kennedy has 7 of Piute's 11 points in this third period.
Clyde has struggled from the free throw line today, 1 of 4. Monument Valley, 2 of 8, just 25% at the line, but Clyde hits her first and has 13 points. Gets her second and has 14. Eat some crow there. Not struggling.
Yeah, not struggling from the line. Still 3 of 6.
Delgado way out high. Monument Valley extending the defense.
Wild lobs it down into Kennedy. Kennedy kisses it off the glass for 2 points.
Good play by Kennedy. She was moving out away from the basket, had to find the right angle to kiss it back off the glass and in. 11-point lead. Clyde for 3. Nope. And the rebound, offensive. Nelson with the putback. Jamaica has 8 in the game. Monument Valley back to within 9. 3:30 left to go in the third.
Wild open on that high post again. Wild pass knocked away, down to Jensen, bounce pass onto Kennedy again off the glass with that right hand.
Kennedy having a huge third quarter. 11 points in the period. Nelson to Clyde on the right side. Cowboys set to check in for Monument Valley. Nelson pulls up at the free throw line and misses. Offensive board, a team missed it. Offensive board again for a team, missed it again. And there's Nelson. She can't get it to go either. 3 offensive rebounds on 1 possession, but no points.
Delgado pushes it up and catches her own ball in the air. Steps on the line.
He came down and tried to get rid of it before the foot hit, but foot hit first. 12 turnovers in the game for Piute. I've got Monument Valley with 14. 2:42 left in the third, and Piute on top by 11. This is a critical final 2 minutes of this third quarter. Monument Valley, I'm sure, would like to cut into this lead, maybe make it a 4 or 5 point game at best, but they've got to get a couple of defensive stops. Clyde dribbles around, makes the shot from underneath.
And that's the 4th foul on Kennedy.
It's a foul with the body, a blocking foul. Kennedy, as you said, that's 4 fouls. Nobody else on Piute has more than 1 by my count. I may have missed 1 or 2, but she's the only one in foul trouble. Inbound, right corner. Cowboy just misses. And the rebound tipped around. This will stay with Monument Valley. Stanley to inbound. Gives to Cowboy, back to Nelson. Jamaica, the top of the key, right side. Stanley looking in the middle. She finds Cowboy cutting across the lane, and Tanisha gets the bucket, gets the bounce on the rim. Single-digit lead for Piute, 42-33, 2 minutes left in the third. High post, Wild kicks it back outside, left wing 3, no, rims out, but a long rebound to Jensen. Quick putback.
Jensen hands it to Talbot, and Talbot makes the 10-footer. Push that lead back out to 11.
Clyde on the right wing. They step back, and she'll just drive by Roberts, puts it up off the window too strong, and the rebound tipped onto the floor. Stays again with Monument Valley.
30-second timeout, T-Birds.
We'll take one as well. 44-33, Piute on top on Utah 1A basketball on KSL and mylocalradio.com.
Shopping for a new or used car? State Bank of Southern Utah can finance your purchase with great rates. Come visit our branch or apply online at sbsu.com. You finally found your dream car. Get your dream loan at State Bank. Member FDIC.
The people.
Blood's Custom Meat is the answer when the question is where should you go for your meat processing. From beef to wild game, Lane Blood and his crew can take care of any of your custom meat needs.
Okay.
Back on a Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com.
This possession brought to you by Ruby's Inn, Gateway Resort to Bryce Canyon National Park. If you're looking for some fun, inexpensive family vacation ideas, check out Ruby's Inn this time of year. The winter activities are awesome at ruby'sinn.com.
Long two from the left wing is short. Stanley the rebound. Quick outlet pass. We haven't seen Monument Valley get to do this much today. Jamaica Nelson fouled on the fast break. Piute's been very good to get back defensively, and Monument Valley that likes to push on the break hasn't been able to do it today. There, you know, you stay at Ruby's Inn and you've got how many like national parks, and I mean just within short days, not even a day, like a couple hours at most driving distance.
Yeah, you've got the two of the big national parks in Zion and Bryce within an hour, and then you've got all kinds of state parks, Highway 12. I mean, there's just so much. You could spend a month there and not see everything.
Yeah, and the scenery is it's just unbelievable.
You know, and a lot of people don't like the cold weather, but this is my favorite time of year in Bryce and Zion because you get the contrast of the white snow on the red rocks.
Yeah.
There's fewer people. What an amazing time of year, and beautiful scenery down there.
Nelson drives, misses the shot, the floater from the baseline, but she's fouled and will go back to the line. But she's 0 for 4 at the line today. Emery Roberts with her second personal. Fourth team foul on Piute. Nelson can't get the free throw to go. She's 0 for 5, has 8 points in the game. Are you figuring out total free throws?
I was looking at it, yeah.
Nelson's second free throw does find its way home, and it's a 10-point game. Nelson has 9, but Monument Valley struggling at
5
the line.
of 12 from the foul line.
That's better than the 25% in the first half, but still.
Yeah. What is that, about 45%?
Yeah. Jasmine Stanley picks up a third personal foul. Fourth team foul for Monument Valley. A minute to go in the third quarter.
This possession is brought to you by Garfield Memorial Hospital, the recipient of the Women's Choice Award in 2018, serving Piute County area, wishing all teams success.
High post, Cly steps in for the steal. Delgado on her. Cly steps past, misses the shot, and Delgado pulls down the rebound. What an effort by Vanessa Delgado.
You know, and Emery Roberts gets back on defense as well. She trails behind the play, but she's able to tip that. Then that's taken away by Nelson. Up and won't go.
That's a big miss right there for Nelson, and I'm not trying to get a knock on her in any way, but if that goes down and then she can get the free throw, it's a 7-point game. She struggled at the free throw line, though, so getting 2 points here would be a good thing at best here. But Monument Valley coming out defensively, pressuring on the perimeter, and they've forced a couple of turnovers in 2 straight possessions. And Jamaica says, I'm going to swish this thing and just quiet you down a little there, Steiner.
Yeah. She adjusted her stance on the foul line. She backed up a foot now and didn't do anything but hit the bottom of the net.
And she is back about 18 inches from the line, isn't she?
Yeah.
That one a bit short. quickly ahead. Right side, Jensen left open. She'll go inside, and Anna Wild turns and finishes.
8 points in the game for Anna Wild. Monument Valley cannot get below that 11 point. They just kind of back and forth.
Across the lane, Jensen, swish. That little bunny shot from the right angle, and Monument Valley can't get a shot off before the buzzer. 48-35. Piute up by 13 on this Utah 1A basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
If you've dreamed of owning your own beachfront property at beautiful Bear Lake, but think you can't afford it, think again, because you can. It's an investment you can rent that pays for itself, and you can enjoy it too. Realtor Gary McKee and the team at Bear Lake Realty can help make your dream come true. Visit with Gary today, because you'll never know unless you ask. Bear Lake Realty in Garden City. Visit bearlakerealty.com.
Back on Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com. Monument Valley, the shot missed, but gets the offensive board.
Hey, this fourth quarter brought to you by State Bank of Southern Utah. Rick Blackwell, branch manager there in Circleville. Check him out at sbsu.com for all of your banking needs.
Piute has been good in the odd quarters so far. 18 points in the first, 21 in the third, 9 points in the second. Back at the line is Jamaica Nelson, hits the first. She has 10 points in the game. Monument Valley 7 of 17 from the free throw line, 7 of 18 as Nelson misses the second. You could see it was going to miss. She backed away as she released it.
A foul on Nelson.
I remember watching Carl Malone early in his career, and early on free throws he would fade away, and he'd always miss short. And Hot Rod would always say, that one's not going to go.
Yeah,
and that's
tell from the release.
Yeah, Nelson did that on that last free throw and missed short.
Hey, we've got a lot of great sponsors in the Piute area. Joe Dalton Auto Body. Does your vehicle need some body work or a fresh paint job? Joe Dalton can get the job done. Schedule an appointment for an estimate. And Junction Town wants to wish T-Bird success in the postseason. Junction Town, a slice of heaven. Also, Marysville Town, always the right place to be for summer fun, from ATV access to the Piute ATV trail system to your stop off on a trip. Good luck, T-Birds.
Tanisha Cowboy picks up her third personal foul, 16 fouls apiece. Piute leads by 12 and has the ball. Into Delgado. Monument Valley in a man-to-man defense.
They've pulled out of that zone that Piute simply had figured out how to break. I mean, if you draw up a textbook on how do you break a zone, well, you attack it inside and then behind it, and that's what Piute was doing.
Delgado, left side, kicks it back out to the perimeter. Jensen. Oh, good backdoor pass, but Roberts can't hang on to the pass. 15 turnovers apiece. Hasn't cost Piute as much as Monument Valley because of fast break points. Points off turnovers. I think Piute has the advantage. 48-36. T-Birds on top. Good entry pass, and the team can't get the shot to go. She traveled first, though. I thought she shuffled her feet. Looked like some contact on the shot as well, but the travel came first. Roberts, Wild. Talbot traveled. Or not Talbot,
Delgado.
but Delgado, thank you. Monument Valley takes it back, and we've got a timeout. 6:46 left in the fourth. Piute up by 12 on a Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Bryce Canyon Half Marathon, 13.1 miles of fun. The race starts at Bryce Canyon City, runs through Bryce Canyon National Park, and finishes in Cannonville. Early registration is open now. Race runs the second Saturday in July.
The Butch Cassidy Hideout is located minutes from the newly restored Butch Cassidy Boyhood Home. We are your ideal stop on the Piute ATV Trail. Relax in our clean, comfortable rooms and enjoy a savory breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Escape to Butch Cassidy's Hideout.
Piute in a good position, 48-36 up by 12 on Utah High School basketball on KSL and mylocalradio.com. 1A state championship tournament. Monument Valley has some ground to make up and 6:46 left to do it. Nelson with it, and they're doing it, trying to do it without their starting point guard. Kaylin Bedoni went down late in the first half, was it?
Yes.
Underneath a team.
Wild with the foul. I believe that's going to be her third, maybe?
And I think that's something that Monument Valley needs to continue to do. Jordan Kennedy has 4. Wild and Roberts each have 2. A teen at the line, misses though.
You know, defensively, the T-Birds have done a fantastic job in their adjustments. You know, so far they've held Monument Valley to just over a third of their season average, or just over half of their season average.
They normally score 63, 62 points a game. 3-point shot by the T-Birds. Heidi Jensen rims out. Monument Valley turning to push. Jamaica poked away by Delgado in a reach-in foul. She doesn't like the call, but there's not much she can do about it. Yeah, Bertolina, a teen, made 1 of 2. Missed the first, hit the second. Nelson back at the line.
Nowers Construction, give Kyle a call for any construction needs, cement, remodels, or framing. Kyle is ready to tackle your project. Go T-Birds.
Jamaica Nelson misses the front end of the 1-and-1. 3 of 11 for Nelson from the free throw line. As a team, Monument Valley is 8 of 21. Free throws for Piute, or at least 1. We'll see what Jensen does with the first. She hits it. 12-point lead for Piute. Jensen, a second free throw coming. She hits this, she'll have 10 points, and she does.
That's 7 of 8 from the foul line for the T-Birds. Cassidy Westwood checks into the game for the T-Birds.
It's an easy thing to point at free throws. There's a lot more to the game.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, Mike? But it still makes a big difference. And the Monument Valley Cougars not hitting from the free throw line. Good way to keep with it.
That ball is tipped and tipped and tipped, and a teen finally gets 2 hands on the ball and puts it back up for the basket. Update if you're interested. Valley 53, Tintic 33, 2 minutes to go in the fourth.
Wild misses, but fights for and gets her own rebound and put back. Anna Wild with 10 in the game. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 52-39, a 13-point contest. It's do or die time right now for Monument Valley. We'll take a quick break on Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com.
In today's world, with so many places to shop and so many
Circleville Town would like to welcome.
In today's world, with so many places to shop and so many options to choose from, sometimes you have to boil it down to one simple question: where do I get treated the best? At Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, we work hard to make sure every customer knows how much we appreciate them. We love what we do, and we believe in the products we sell. Our goal is to build a lasting friendship with every customer so we can serve you and your family for generations. Visit us today, Cash Honda Yamaha, 3765 US 91, Hyde Park, Utah.
Circleville Town would like to welcome you to Butch Cassidy's hometown and to the heart of Piute ATV country. With hundreds of miles of amazing scenery, come stay a while. Circleville Town wants to wish the T-Birds success in the postseason tournaments.
Back on this Utah 1A basketball on KSL and mylocalradio.com. Monument Valley shot, nope. Vanessa Delgado the rebound. No, that was Jordan Kennedy, my apologies, with the rebound. Talbot, right corner. Gives it off to Cassidy Westwood. Piute in control. Right wing three. Yes, the swish.
Talbot from downtown. That's her second three-point basket of the game and 8 points in the game.
And Piute pulling away, leading by 16. Clyde tries to answer and does. Irvian Clyde from the right wing.
Clyde, inside or out.
She has 19 points in the game. Jensen gives to Talbot. Talbot with that three moments ago, has 8 in the contest. Delgado at the line, kicks it back outside, or Kennedy rather, back outside. Talbot.
Swatted away by Nelson. Nelson picks it up. 3 Piute players get back, and 1 as Westwood fouls her on the layup, and she puts it in for 2.
So Nelson goes to the line with a chance for the three-point play.
And an opportunity to cut it to 10, the lead to 10. A possible 5-point swing for the...
Kaylin Bedoni back in there, Mike.
Wow.
Limping a little on that left ankle. We'll see how it works out. It looks like she found a brace of some kind and has that on the left ankle. Nelson hits the free throw. A three-point play. She has 14 in the game. Monument Valley within 10.
That shows a lot of guts and heart. You can tell that there is an issue there with her, but she's not going to lay down on her team and quit, so she'll deal with the pain later.
She's out there defending on Cassidy Westwood at the moment. Piute trying to eat some clock, maintain possession, maybe get an easy bucket if Monument Valley overextends its defense. Westwood takes right, goes left, and Clyde bumps her.
You know, that's a definite advantage for the T-Birds if Clyde and a teen have to pull out and play defense on a Kennedy or a Delgado. That there's some obvious mismatches there that favor the T-Birds.
Cassidy Westwood, a freshman, 5'6", averages about 2 points a game. Had 5 yesterday in the big win over Tinnick. And at the free throw line, she hits the first. That's a big one for the freshman. This late in a game at the state championship tournament, needing free throws to keep your team on top. Yeah. The freshman delivers. 2 for 2. No
Ice
trouble.
in her veins.
A 12-point lead for Piute. Skylar Bedoni bounces back to Jamaica Nelson. She'll try to drive, cut off there, and Westwood ended up on the floor. Clyde pulls the trigger.
How in the world did that go in?
22 points for Irvian Clyde, and the deficit down to 9.
Defender interface going to her right, pulls up for the shot and drains it.
Left wing, or right wing, Jensen. Monument Valley defense coming clear out. And now you got a 3-on-2 situation. Delgado drives, dishes, but Kennedy can't quite finish, and we're off to the races. Nelson finishes on the right side, Jamaica. And suddenly Monument Valley is within 7.
And still a lot of time left on the clock. 3 minutes left. And the Monument Valley crowd is back in the game. They've been silent for the last half.
An 11-2 run over the course of the last about 3 minutes for Monument Valley. And just under 3 minutes left, Coach Westwood calls for a timeout 57-50 in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back on a Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com.
From dents to scratches, auto service, paint, and detailing. Give Joe a call today for any of your auto body needs. Joe Dalton Auto Body in Circleville, 435-577-2442. Wishing Region 20 team success. Junction-Town is your ATV destination, located in the middle of the Piute ATV trail system with the beautiful Beaver Mountains to the west and the Monroe Mountains to the east, and world-class trout fishing just minutes away. Wishing the T-Birds success. Marysville Town, your ATV headquarters to the Piute ATV trail system. Marysville Town and their elected officials would like to wish the T-Birds success in the postseason.
Nowers Construction, a fully licensed general contractor. Call Kyle Nowers today for all of your construction needs. 435-619-3426.
There's nothing quite like getting your prescription filled where the employees know you and you know them. We have the time to help you make informed decisions. Personalization that a mail-order pharmacy can't provide. At Panguitch Drug, we believe that friendly, fast service is most important.
Back on a Utah 1A basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com, and what looked like Piute pulling away has turned into a hotly contested close battle, but across the lane, Kennedy finishes.
That stops a little bit of bleeding, Ryan. Up to that point, Monument Valley was on an 11-2 run on the T-Birds.
Great defense by the freshman Westwood to put a body on Jamaica Nelson and keep her from driving.
That one goes out of bounds off of Wild.
It was a nicely designed inbound play by Coach Westwood, and then his T-Birds ran it perfectly, going back to that bucket for Kennedy. Skylar Badoni dribbles around, finds a little lane up at the left, misses. Delgado running the break.
Has Jensen out, and she double dribbled.
I kept thinking, get it up to her, and then she just waited a little too long and double dribbled. Piute, uncharacteristically, I think, 17 turnovers.
A lot of turnovers.
Some of that has helped keep Monument Valley in it. Of course, Monument Valley with 16 of their own. Skylar Badoni looking inside, pass deflected, make it 17. We're evened up on turnovers.
And T-Birds have another.
Ooh.
Westwood must have collided with her knee on who was defending her, Nelson. Talbot back into the game.
Nelson to inbound for Monument Valley, trailing by 9. Skylar Badoni, long two, left corner. Got it. Skylar with her first bucket of the game. Back to a 7-point contest with just under 2 to go. Nelson almost poked it away from Delgado. She sees the basket, drives, tried to pass, and lost it out of bounds.
She tried to get that across to Kennedy, and she was really open for the layup. Tried to be too unselfish right there.
And the defense, I don't think would have blocked the shot, but was able to block the pass.
Exactly. Yeah, the defense was out of position to block the shot.
Badoni from way downtown misses short, and you can see the leg's not there because of that injured ankle on that three-point attempt. So 1:43 left to go. Monument Valley down by 7, needing a couple of takeaways or defensive stops, maybe both. Delgado across the timeline. Jensen, the junior, backs it out, knowing her team just needs to eat some clock and hold on. The team has to come out and defend, and Jensen mishandles the dribble, loses it backcourt, over and back. That's 19 turnovers in the game for Piute.
Timeout, Monument Valley Cougars.
We'll be right back on Utah 1A basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com.
Piute Farm Bureau would like to wish the T-Birds success in the postseason. They work for those who work to feed the world. To get involved, contact your local Farm Bureau representative.
The Piute County Chamber of Commerce welcomes you to the greatest playground in central Utah. Many recreation opportunities are found with horseback riding, hiking, rock hounding, river rafting, and of course ATVing. Come and enjoy Piute County. Go T-Birds!
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
Welcome back to Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com. Monument Valley down by 7, 1:20 to go with the basketball. Jamaica Nelson dribbles right, looking for a step, kicks back out to Cly for 3. Nope, misses wide right. Wild with the rebound, it's poked away. Stanley rips it away to Nelson at the free throw line. Got it! Jamaica Nelson, it's a 5-point game. Piute trouble to get it in bounds. They do with under a minute to go. The crowd's going nuts. Talbot across the timeline. Delgado, Monument Valley has to foul, and it's Jasmine Stanley with a 4th.
And that will be still a 1-and-1 on the foul shots. A couple more great sponsors out there. This tournament being brought to you by Cache Valley Visitors Bureau. Find your fun in Logan. Visit explorelogan.com. And Bear Lake Realty for real estate up at beautiful Bear Lake. Work with the best. Visit bearlakerealty.com. Gary and Amber McKee.
Vanessa Delgado has 10 points, has not attempted a free throw, misses Wild the offensive board, and she's fouled on the putback.
By Cly, and that will be a 2-shot foul.
So Cly has 4 fouls, Jasmine Stanley has 4, Tanisha Cowboy 3 for Monument Valley. Anna Wild, big free throw there from the senior. She has 11 points. 6-point lead. A second one would make it a 3-possession ball game if Wild can hit it. And she swishes it.
10 points in the game, 12 points in the game for Wild. Nelson kicks that ball, picks it up, drops it, and then starts to dribble. Picks it up again and starts to dribble.
Bedoni tries to drive and traveled. A little bit of contact there. Bedoni probably wanted the push. Doesn't get it, and now Monument Valley's in big trouble.
Down by 7, 40 seconds to go.
And Bedoni forced to foul. She's got some to give. I believe that's her first personal. Or no, that was Jamaica Nelson, my apologies. And that is her 4th. So you've got Nelson, Cly, and Stanley all with 4 fouls apiece. Vanessa Delgado has 10 points, 0 for 1 from the line in the game. 1-and-1. Nope, this is a double bonus now, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So she'll shoot 2 on this trip. Swishes. That's what I'd expect to see from the senior, is that swish.
Set in the wings, Piute T-Bird, or Penguins Bobcats and Monticello Buckaroos boys. The next game coming to you from Spear Valley Center.
And Delgado hits them both. She's got 12.
Puts that lead back out to 9. And those free throws, the last 4 made by the T-Birds, absolutely huge.
Offensive rebound. Cowboy rather. A teen. Another offensive board, and then this one's on the baseline to Piute with 24.3 to go. You mentioned the free throws down the stretch, Piute hitting them, and Monument Valley struggling at the line all game long. Kennedy fouled.
By Cowboy, and it's probably a good thing. Kennedy was trying to fake and actually looked like she might lose that ball anyway, and Cowboy kind of bails her out, puts her at the line.
I've got Monument Valley at 9 of 22 from the free throw line. And when you're trailing by 11 points.
And you've missed 13 free throws.
Yep.
And no team makes them all.
Kennedy misses the first. We'll get one more. Can make it a 12-point game with 16.9 seconds to go.
Piute 9 of 11 in this 4th quarter alone from the foul line.
That's huge. Nelson pulls up and just misses back iron. Bedoni outside. Cly will fire away and miss back iron as well. Kennedy the rebound. She goes to the floor. A travel with 2.6 seconds to go. and she rolls the ball away in frustration, but that's still a good rebound. Prevented another Monument Valley shot, and Piute will hold on. We'll find out a final score in 2.6 seconds. Inbound. Nelson got tripped up trying to fight through a screen, or fight around a screen, and Monument Valley turns it over for a 20th time in the game. Piute just has to inbound and hold for a sec, and they do.
Gonna do it. 54-64, Piute by 10.
So Piute with the win. They'll move on and face the Rich Rebels tomorrow in the semifinals. That game will be at 5:30 p.m. and you can watch it right here. We'll be back with our post-game report brought to you by Ruby's Inn, Utah High School Sportcast production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com.
Starting your own business or just wanting to expand? State Bank of Southern Utah can get you a loan designed to help your business reach its goals. With State Bank, you can be assured that you have a lending partner that will stand by you in good times and bad. Come visit our branch today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you are buying or refinancing a home, did you know you can request your own title company? Keep business local and request security title for all your title, closing, and escrow needs. Travis and Hillary wish all team success in the postseason tournaments.
Shed Inc., located at 44 North Main in Panguitch, Randy and Matt will take care of all of your screen printing needs. Need some extra cash? They'll buy those shed antlers you've been looking to sell. Call Shed Inc. today. Go Cats!
If you show any weakness at all, they're going to find a way to exploit it. You have to keep your game face on all the time. That's the best advice I can give about being a parent.
Hang on, guys. Dad's still shooting a commercial. Hey.
Back on Utah 1A basketball on KSL and mylocalradio.com for the Southern Utah, or the Ruby's Inn. Southern Utah does the halftime show. We'll mention them anyway. But it's the Ruby's Inn post-game report. Visit ruby'sinn.com. They've been hosting visitors to the national parks in Southern Utah for more than 100 years. ruby'sinn.com to check them out. As Piute with the win today, they took a lead in the first quarter and just kind of held that lead. Monument Valley tried to push back a couple of times. They made it close a few times, but late in the fourth, they could never get closer than 5 points, 59-54 late in the fourth. And as Piute showed its discipline, hit 9 of 11 free throws in the fourth quarter, its balanced scoring. Great game from Piute.
Absolutely great game. You know, 4 girls in double figures with scoring for the T-Birds, and then with Talbot with 8 points. A great balance and a great team effort from the T-Birds. For Monument Valley, Irvian Cly's performance today, spectacular. She started out inside. When the T-Birds made some adjustments, she moved outside, hit a couple three-pointers, 3 of them in the game to be exact.
Yeah.
Just a phenomenal game for Irvian Cly. Jamaica Nelson had 18 points. Really the Achilles heel for Monument Valley was their free throw shooting, and T-Birds did a great job also in shutting down that fast break that Monument Valley is so good at running.
And the free throws, such a contrast. Piute 81%, Monument Valley 41%. If Monument Valley shoots around 60 and Piute shoots around 60, Monument Valley wins this game.
Yeah.
We talk about Piute having a great game. Monument Valley played a very good game as well. Unfortunately, they come out on the losing end.
Absolutely.
So that wraps up this girls game and the first couple of games on girls basketball this morning in the quarterfinals. Again, Piute with the win, 64-54. Piute will move on and face Rich in tomorrow's semifinal action at 4:30 p.m. We'll jump now into boys basketball, and it's Panguitch versus Monticello. This quarterfinal round on the boys side is going to be incredible, Mike.
I don't think there'll be a bad game all day long. Really, all day. I'm looking at the matchups on the championship side of the bracket, Ryan. All of the games should be really good, boys and girls.
Yeah, and I think you've got, especially on the boys side, 8 teams that could win the title. 4 of them won't because they'll lose today.
Right.
But all 8 of them, I think, really have a legitimate chance to win it all if they play well.
It's playing out for an exciting state tournament because there isn't just that one dominant team that's head and shoulders that I've seen so far. Now, maybe it'll play out that way, that a team just gets hot and really dominates, but I'm not seeing one that is just so much better than the rest that there's not a chance.
Again, a final of 64-54. Piute earns the win, moves on to semifinal action tomorrow. Monument Valley drops down into consolation. Mike, I think we'll take a quick break, and then you'll be back on with with Panguitch and Monticello here in just a few minutes on a Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com and mylocalradio.com.